Challenge failed. No, challenge failed. What happened? Well, normally it takes me about 45 minutes to go home from work, and I planned on editing 2 videos last night. Wasn't planning on fishing or anything. But if you are in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area and you turned on the local news, you'd know that a semi-truck caught on fire on the I-94 bridge, which is what I need to cross to get home. It's an I-94 bridge crossing the St. Croix River. And my 45-minute commute turned into a 5-hour commute. So I got home at like 9 o'clock, and I was packing up because I got a bunch of crap. Ignore that. I got a bunch of crap I'm packing up for this weekend's duck hunting opener for Wisconsin. I'm going to be grouse hunting, deer hunting, and also filming a bunch of fishing videos for you. So, I know, challenge failed. Oh well. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm posting one tonight, Lipless Crankbaits. There are 3 really good fish in this video, so make sure you watch till the end. And also I give a little bit of instructional at the end. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting a video, 1 on Sunday, and then I'm going to post 2 on Monday, October 1st, I think that is. 2 on Monday to make up for the one I missed last night. That way it's at least 30 videos in 30 days. Maybe not one every day, but oh well. So I appreciate you watching as always. Let's just get it right into the Lipless Crankbaits. Welcome back. I know sun's going down. I only got about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes left, but I kind of wanted to film part 2 of this Lipless Crankbait. I didn't get a whole lot of footage that I wanted to on showing the sonar, and I'm not sure how much I talked about. I haven't edited the full video yet, but I'm not sure how much I talked about how I worked this Lipless Crankbait. But right now I'm set up. Brush piles are right about here, and I'm probably, I don't know, 30-40 yards off these brush piles. Crappie are pushed out. They are setting up right on the edge of, it's not quite a hard to soft bottom transition like a structure transition, but this is a wintering basin off to my right. They do suspend out there in the winter time, so I know sun's kind of weird. Apologize for that. I'm gonna set this camera up on the sonar. I'm gonna try to do my best to get vertical jigging action with the Lipless Crankbait and talk through what I'm doing. So let's go. All right, here we go. Started off deep brush piles, 19 and a half feet. See where that gets us. Oh, there was a fish right there. I think I got him. Hit it right on the drop. All right, there's fish number 1, baby crappie. There he is. Right below the boat. Number 2, about time. Oh, there he is. There he is. Ooh, that's a little better one right there. Number 3. Just barely though. Oh, there he is. There we go. Number 4. Number 4. I got him in the mouth first. I know it looks like I side hooked him, but I got one in the mouth and one on the side there. Number 4 in the boat. All right. See all those fish? Hold on, look at all those fish right there. Just all piled up right on that brush pile. I'm just raising this thing above them and slowly jigging it. Just a vertical presentation. Probably not deep enough. I'm way up in the water column. Oh, here. There's a fish. Hit it right on the drop. Wow, these guys are just so aggressive. Oh no, when he came off. So aggressive. Just hit it right on the drop. See that right there? Hit it right there, middle of the screen. Oh, there he is. Oh my goodness, that is a giant crappie. Oh my goodness. Please tell me I'm rolling on this guy. He's barely hooked. He's barely hooked. Stay on, big guy. Yes. Oh, that is a stud of a crappie. Stud of a crappie. Here we go. Let's measure him out. Oh, whoa, easy. Tail pinched. He's just shy of 12 3/4. Stud of a crappie. Oh, yeah, there he is. Well, you catch one big one, then you got to catch the little guy, right? Oh, there he is. There he is. Not the one I want, though. Not the one I want. Oh, there's a fish. They're down there. They are down there today. There's a fish. Man, these are not the right size. I don't know how I go from catching a 12-inch fish to catching a 5.5-inch fish. That doesn't make any sense. There's a fish. Man, these are not the right size. I don't know how I go from catching a 12-inch fish to catching a 5.5-inch fish. That doesn't make any sense. There he is. There he is. Hit it on the drop. Another small guy. These schools are really moving today. Holy smokes. I'm going to chase them around. There he is. Feels like a better one, because it is a better one. Yes. They're mixed in. They're mixed in. I think it's, oh. Did you get the camera wet? You might have. It's another good one. Man, I wish I had spot lock on my motor. I'd throw a buoy out, but they're moving so dang much. What is this guy? Tail. He's just shy of 12. All right, lipless crankbaits. So as you can see, there are a bunch of fish down there. Some of them are bait fish. I might have to turn the, hold on, let me turn that sensitivity. Wow, it's only at 7. There must be a bunch of fish down there. So here's what I'm using. Let me see if I can put this in front of the screen here. It's a crappie pattern lipless crankbait. Crappie pattern lipless crankbait today. There are a ton of fish down there. Holy smokes. Well, let's see if I can get this lure on the 2D. 18, 19 feet of water. There's just so many fish down there right now. Oh, got a fish on, that's why. I need to see, this is the one thing about fishing these jigging wraps and lipless crankbaits. You might hook them funny. Nothing really you can do about it because you're moving it through the water column and they'll swipe at it, and he felt like a good fish because I hooked him funny. But he's not even close. So what I try to do with these lipless crankbaits, you can cover a ton of water with them, okay? I prefer to cast these over the jigging wraps that I use a lot. These, I find they're easier to judge how far they fall in the water column. The jigging wraps, I think they're just a little too heavy. It's hard for me to judge, you know, am I 5 feet down, am I 10 feet down, 20 feet down? You could count it out, I guess, but there was a fish. running with it. And the way these things are set up, there are a lot of these smaller jigging wraps, they actually spin in circles. They do these death spiral type things with like mimicking a bait fish kind of dying. That's the whole point of them. There's my lipless crankbait right there. There's a fish coming up to hit it. Oh, he just hit it. There he is. There he is. Ooh, it's a better one. Better than our first ones. But I really like these because they're big profile. You can see them on the sonar. You probably can see these a little easier than the jigging wrap. The only advantage the jigging wrap has when you're trying to do the sharpshooting video that I showed, they fall a lot faster in the water column and they fall almost straight down, okay? And that's kind of what you want. It's a lot easier to sharpshoot with a jig head or the jigging wrap. These ones, they kind of spiral down and they don't suspend, but they take a little bit longer to get in the water column or to get down to that depth that you need them to. And because of that, when you're trolling over some fish, you want that bait on them right now. These are great open water fishing. I can troll around. I don't need to troll around. There's a ton of fish right below the boat, as you can see. All right, so some of you had questions of, what fish look like on sonar. I did a video, I think it was actually the jigging wrap video, and I was going really slow. Now, if you notice right here, I'm going 0.4 miles an hour, and these fish will start to look at lines the slower I go, because what happens is, let's pretend this is a fish. If I'm straight up and down, if my boat is sitting still right over the top of them, that transducer signal is just pinging straight back and forth because I'm not moving and the fish is not moving. That's a brush pile, I think. I think that's a brush pile. But the faster I go, let's go on the end here. The faster I go, it's pinging the fish, and all of a sudden no fish, which is why it's gonna look like an arc or something close to an arc on your 2D sonar. So that's why a lot of times when you're watching my screen here on the trolling motor, or my 2D unit on my trolling motor, sometimes it looks like it's just a line in the water, and that's because I'm going 0.2 miles an hour, so I was going very slow. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is a real water temp, 67 degrees. I know I talked to some people in the North and South Carolina, Arkansas, Texas. You guys are still in the 90s and 100s, which is ridiculous. I couldn't even imagine it being 100 degrees right now. It's probably, air temp right now is probably low 50s. It might be into the low 40s right now. I don't know, 10 minutes left here of light. I don't think this happens to you guys down south. Do you guys lose light really, really fast down south? I don't think so. I could be wrong, because it means I can't fish as much. And I know a lot of you are commenting, hey, do some night fishing videos. Working on it. Night fishing videos in the fall are hard to do. One, because it's a little cold. It takes a little bit to kind of get used to that cold, okay? That first September, October chill is always, it's always a little bit to get used to, especially if you come from 70, 80 degrees. Oh, hit it on the drop. He took it right on the drop. And what happens is this bait, even when I drop it straight down, it's going to go in a circle. Okay, it's looking like a flailing bait fish or dying bait fish. That's why they do like to hit these lipless crankbaits, even if you're not moving them a whole lot. You hit that thing right on the drop. And when you can't find them below the sonar, just cast it out a little bit. Also, I talked to a couple of people that ordered this 8-foot ACC crappie sticks rod. It does take a little bit to get used to, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Oh, there was a big walleye. I just missed it. Hold on. I gotta go back. You see that? That's a bigger walleye of some kind. Maybe a smallmouth. So I know this rod takes a little bit to get used to, okay? I understand that. It's for some of you that maybe fish 6.5 foot or 7 foot rods. This is definitely more of a medium light, or the backbone on it is probably a medium action, but the second half, the upper half of it, is a medium light action rod because it's a hybrid cast jig rod. I wouldn't throw anything more than a 1/4 ounce weight on here. So whether it's jig heads or baits, even the jigging wraps, I wouldn't throw any more than a 1/4 ounce of weight on here. It'll feel way too heavy in your hand, but it is a great mixture between bass fishing rods and pan fishing rods. So if you're coming from the bass fishing world, I highly recommend this 8-foot rod. I know it takes a little bit to get used to if you're not used to casting something with a really sensitive tip like a panfish rod, but it is definitely worth it, especially if you're trying to get into crappie fishing for the first time. Right there. Oh no, had him. Anybody else see that? I'm just kind of dragging it back through the water column here. There he is. Well, that's gonna end it. It's getting dark. Getting too dark to film anyway. All right, that's gonna end it for me on this lipless crankbait video. Hopefully part 1 and part 2, you can use some of the information I showed you. 2D imaging. Mike, why do I keep calling it that? That's stupid. 2D sonar. That thing, where is it? That thing right, oh my goodness, I can't even camera. There we go. That thing right there. Yeah, 2D sonar is all you need. Lipless crankbaits. I know the jigging wrap video, you can do a whole lot with 2D sonar, with just 2D sonar. So don't get discouraged if that's all you have on your boat. You can do a lot with it, especially fall fishing for crappie. This is a great time to get out, use that 2D sonar, use some of the tricks and the sonar videos I taught you, which I'm going to link below. Watch the whole thing over again, get a little refresher course before you hit the water. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll link the lipless crankbaits I used and the rod I was using for jigging these around. I'll link those below, and then I'll link the little hummingbird unit. It's a fairly inexpensive unit if you're looking for a cheaper one to just kind of put on your boat. This is just a 2D GPS. Some of them are down imaging and side imaging now, but the 2D GPS is fairly affordable considering what's out there. So I'm going to link all that below. You can check that out. I know a lot of you wonder what I'm using all the time, so I'm going to link those below. Be sure to like and share the video as always, and comment. Comment if you want to try anything else. If you've tried some baits or tried some tactics you haven't seen on this channel yet, post that in the comments below. I like hearing from you. I like reading these comments. They do give me a lot of ideas. I use them in videos. So it's coming to the end of the 30-day video challenge. If you haven't subscribed yet, you should. Red subscribe button and click that bell. You know to click that bell. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. It's getting dark. It's getting really dark. There's a moon. There's the moon. Darn near a full moon tonight. Darn near. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. We'll see ya.